Let independent artists shine. Shine the light on the underground. Music Monday videos. Make it one day, here we go. Some make it featured on the show. Sign up and get on your grizzly, yo. You might have seen them on the road with the camera and the microphone. Shine the light on independent artists. Yeah, they gon' hate, we gon' get it regardless. Riding the hardest to get to the bag. Wanting that Instagram class. Growing that old dirty bass. Shimmy, 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 yeah. Give me more. Music Monday video. Music Monday videos. One exposure, there it go. Wanna get it, there it go. Wanna make it, here it go. Music Monday videos. Wanna get it, there it go. One exposure, there it go. Wanna make it, here it go. There it go. Music Monday, there it go. Music Monday, there it go. Music Monday, there it go. Music Monday videos. Wanna make it, there it go. Wanna get it, here it go. One exposure, there it go. Videos. 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 Music Monday videos. Videos. Give me more. One exposure, there you go.
Yeah, we back. It's your boy Jonny Fastlane with Music Monday videos, and I'm sitting here with Icey. How you doing, Icey?
What's up, Johnny? How you doing today?
I'm chilling. You know, real Icey shit on Instagram. You already know what it is.
Icey Brooke in the building.
You know what I'm saying? We in the building right now. Icey, you are a rapper.
Yes.
You are a media personality.
Yes.
I done seen you do videos for Music Monday videos right
yes,
here.
I do a lot.
You've been on YouTube. You a model, right?
Act. And
Yeah, you do a lot. But let's get into the rap first, right?
Okay.
Your latest project that you dropped is Heavyweight, right?
Yes, that was my mixtape that I dropped that came out in 2021.
Okay.
So that was my first project, and I'm really excited about that. Just getting my feet wet and getting people to like really hear what Icey's about.
So Heavyweight is out on all DSPs. You know, I'm listening to it on Tidal. She had the release party at Quad Studios, right?
Yeah, I did.
How was that?
That was actually like super legendary for me. I come from New York. I'm a New York girl, Brooklyn born and raised. So to actually have my event to be held in like one of the top recording places in the city is kind of like super dope to me. You know, it's super legendary. You had people like Pop Smoke there. You had Tupac. Real big dogs that came from, you know, where we came from. So, yeah, that was an experience, to say the least.
So let's take it back a little bit for the people that don't know about Icey, right? Or real Icey shit, right? Or was it E-Brook? First of all, what's the difference between E-Brook and Icey?
Well, okay, so long story short, E-Brook was the first name that I came up with when I first started rapping. It was the only thing I could come up with. E-Brook really stands for my first name, which is Ebony, and Brook for Brooklyn. That was like, that was the first thing I came up with. But I had management at the time, and they decided they wanted something in more marketing that could really kind of speak to better audiences. So we went with Icey. So then I got with another management team, and we decided just to collaborate Icey and E-Brook together. So that's where that comes from. But one is definitely more like hood chick, Brooklyn raw, and Icey is more of like, you know, glamour girl, diva. She's a superstar. So yeah, that's the difference.
So, all right, Ebony, Brooklyn. So I'm guessing that you're from Brooklyn then.
Definitely.
What part?
Canarsie, Flossie, Wooville, all of that.
Hey,
take me out to dinner, Bing Bong.
I used to live on Patagate 4. What up, though? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I worked at Patagate. I used to be a lifeguard.
Oh, for real? Mm-hmm. Yo, that was right there, walking distance, jumping in the pool. Right. We used to have pool parties every Thursday at like 5 o'clock. Yo, that shit was crazy. It was a hood affair.
Definitely.
I would tell you that.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
How was it growing up in Canarsie, though? And does that influence your music?
Honestly, like growing up in Canarsie, it was actually pretty good for me because I got to experience the best of both worlds. It wasn't like too rough where like you just couldn't go outside, but it was rough enough to like give you that edginess, you know what I'm saying? So I could walk around and I could still be a lady, I could be a beautiful woman, but that Brooklyn is gonna be right there underneath. So it was kind of like, you know, it was a good vibe. It was a good vibe. I had a good childhood out there, lots of fun. So I really enjoyed that for the most part.
What made you want to get into entertainment in the first place? Acting, just YouTube videos, Instagram, speaking to the people.
Yeah, I was always like that though. Like I grew up with a very talented mother. My mother, she sings so amazing. And that was the one talent I actually did not get from her. I got everything else but her vocals. So I kind of just watched her. I watched Michael Jackson, Beyonce. Those are like my creative muses.
Nice.
So that's kind of like what like jolted me to do what I'm doing today.
So you're also a mom, right?
Yes, I am.
So is it difficult to juggle your family life and then also your career?
Extremely difficult. Extremely difficult.
Tell me about that a little bit.
It's hard because, you know, first of all, being an individual alone, being a grown woman, you have responsibilities. I do have 2 children, so that's like 2 extra people that I'm trying to work, you know, doing a 9 to 5 and also doing music on the side. So it's like a lot of hats to juggle
Right.
for one person. And a lot of times things get stretched far in between, you know, so a lot of times the worlds can bleed. That's what makes it the most hard. But, you know, I mean, I'm blessed at the end of the day. God always makes a way for things to be possible, and I use them as my motivation. So they're kind of like helping me in a sense.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Like being that you're a rapper, right? And I don't just want to say female rapper because
Yes.
I just look at you as a rapper, right? But
Yeah.
you are a woman,
Yes.
right?
100%.
And you're in this industry, and it's a male-dominated industry, right? So do you feel like you have to be something you're not, or do something that you might not want to do at times in order to be taken seriously, or just have people look at you even?
Yeah, that's a great question, Johnny. Definitely, I would say there is a pressure for that in this industry, bar none. That's, you know, without a doubt. But for me, I've kind of grown into a person that is very fearless, that doesn't care what people think about me. I kind of grew up being bullied where people didn't understand me anyway, so I'm kind of used to that. Like, I'm good with criticism. I'm kind of strong-willed as well, so I'm not easily, like, manipulated. And, you know, I mean, I just do what I got to do at the end of the day because this is a business. A lot of times people don't come in with this business-minded business mindset, and I think that's what kind of deters them in like different directions and gets them in wrong crowds. And I'm just super focused. Like, I came here to do a goal. You know, I have big dreams that I really need to accomplish, and that's just what I'm going to be doing. So
That's dope. I mean, so with that being said, you know, you grind, you're self-sufficient, you know, you listen to a lot of the things that are in your own head, and you
Yes.
motivate yourself.
yes.
What's your process in the studio like? Do you actually write and then go into the studio? Do you kind of freestyle it in the
Right.
studio, punch in? Like,
Right.
how does Icey record?
Okay, well, for one, and this just goes without saying, because I get this question a lot. I get a lot of, Icey, do you freestyle? Do you freestyle? Can I hear something? And I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm not a freestyle artist. I'm not that girl. And the reason why I say that is because I'm an artist before I'm a rapper. And I say that because I'm big on poetry. You know, I love to write. I was always a great writer in school. So that's where my musical aspiration comes from. It doesn't come from spitting a hot 8, you know what I'm saying? I definitely got the bars if I write it down, you know what I'm saying? I like to concentrate on the things I want to say because I feel like I can make more of an impact that way. So I'm definitely a writer first. You know, I take it real plain and simple to my phone, get on them notes, jam out to a beat, you feel me? Take it to the studio and just lay it on out, and you know, it comes out pretty flawless every time. So it's been working for me.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Now, you're a friend of the show, right?
Yes.
Icey, you've been here a lot, actually.
Yes.
And we know you, and
Yes.
we fucks with you, right?
I works with you. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, exactly, right? Also, though, we had Connie Diamond up here, and she's
Yes.
fire too,
Love
right?
her. Love. Shout out to Connie Diamond.
But we haven't had Big Zen up here yet, but you actually
She
worked
gonna
with Big Zen.
Yeah, I
right?
actually have. Yeah, we're super close. That's like my girl. She's like one of the first female rappers that I was actually introduced to and I actually met personally. And it was a great vibe, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to Big Zen, shout out to Connie Diamond, shout out to all the female rappers that's coming out of New York City
word.
right now because everybody's bringing something different. Everybody's bringing out their own vibe. And, you know, I respect that 100%.
I mean, that's a fact. And then my last question for you was just, what advice would you give to any up-and-coming rappers, especially women, coming out of, like, the East Coast?
Yeah.
How are they to be successful like you are?
Well, I would just say, man, first things first is if you have a goal, stick to that. If you have something in your mind that's so real to you that even you don't understand it sometimes, you have to chase that, you know, chase your dreams. It's never too late. It's never too big of a dream. You guys just got to go after it and be persistent, you know. When I first started rapping, I didn't know how to book a studio session. You know, I didn't know how to get a feature. I didn't know how to do a lot of things. But through time and through trial and error and networking, I made it happen. So you could do it too. It's just about setting that goal and, you know, making strides to accomplish it.
hard work and consistency.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
And with that, man, I'm Jonny Fastlane. I'm chilling with Icey right now.
Sure, Icey.
We here at Music Monday Videos. We about to get into this next video, Killer Op by Icey. Go ahead and introduce it.
All right, y'all. This is Killer Op by Icey Brook. Make sure you guys catch me on Instagram at Real Icey Shit. Follow my YouTube at Icey Brook, and make sure you guys are checking out all my music on all streaming platforms.
You already know.
Iced out.
Diamonds dance to my neck. Ice cold, the water turn Fiji. Never worry about a check. Pussy kept up, full of squeegee. Ain't a dummy, cannot G me. Verified when you see me. Baddest bitch tryna be me. I'm the hitter, ID me. Duff a bitch calling free me. Get out swerving a Benzie. Getting love like I'm Kiki. Party hard like McKenzie. Hating hoes in a frenzy. Double tap cause I'm trendy. See the drip, know it's plenty. Shade a bitch like I'm Wendy. Heavyweight, that's a Mack truck. Bitches go outside for a dick, bitch. You better go inside and get your stacks up. Yo, in a pussy bitch, I'm trapped up. When the clock up, shoot a op up. Got the shit to go and get your back stuck. Yo, haters get in line while I cut my bling. Be about my grind, I like finer things. Yo, pop a bitch when I'm out the ring, that's a blessing. Yo, I feel better when I mop a bitch, I ain't stressing. Yo, took a mean L, but I'm learning these is my lessons. Yo, my look to kill a hoe and need no weapon. Yo, heavyweight, that's a Mack truck. Bitches go outside for dick, bitch. You better go inside and get your stacks up. Yo, in a pussy bitch, I'm trapped up. When the clock up, shoot a op up. Got the shit to go and get your back stuck. Yo, riding by, cruise on lock. Purple kush, when I cop, beef with me, better won't stop, beef with me, better won't stop, they align, join my wave, dump a hoe in her grave, see that bitch, kill that op, see that bitch, kill that op. Heavyweight, that's a Mack truck, bitches go outside for dick, bitch, you better go inside and get your stacks up. Yo, in a pussy bitch, I'm trapped up, when the clock up, shoot a op up, got the shit to go and get your back stuck. Yo, heavyweight, that's a Mack truck. Bitches go outside for dick, bitch. You better go inside and get your stacks up. Yo, in a pussy bitch, I'm trapped up. When the clock up, shoot a op up. Got the shit to go and get your back stuck. Yo, riding by, cruise on lock. Purple kush, when I cop, beef with me, better won't stop. Beef with me, better won't stop. They align, join my wave, dump a hoe in her grave. See that bitch, kill that op. See that bitch, kill that op. Heavyweight, that's a Mack truck. Bitches go outside for dick, bitch. You better go inside and get your stacks up. Yo, in a pussy bitch, I'm trapped up. When the clock up, shoot a op up. Got the shit to go and get your back stuck. Yo.
Yeah, we back. You already know what it is. Music Monday Videos. It's your boy, Jonny Fastlane. And that was Killer Op by Icey. But right now, I'm joined by Siri, okay? And she has a new video out called Drive By. How you doing, Siri?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm chilling. Thank you for coming through.
Well, thank you for having me.
So we're going to get into Drive By in about 10 minutes. But tell me about Drive By and tell me about that video.
Man, Drive By. Honestly, that song speaks for itself. You just got to go check it out. As far as the video, it's dope. The visual shot by director J Flex and Steve. Thank you for helping with that. Shout out to them.
Okay.
And I don't know. You really just got to see it. I can't explain my music, honestly. It's just, it is.
Dope. So let's take it back a little bit, right? Because you have a fire style. And when I first saw you, I just kind of thought like you were a model or that you were some type of stylist almost. Like you come in here to let like other people know how they should dress, right? But you're an artist.
Yeah.
Right? Where are you from?
I'm from the Upper West Side of
Nice.
Manhattan, New York, you know.
Nice. So tell me about growing up on the Upper West Side. How did that influence your style musically and then also your fashion sense?
Yo, honestly, I love my neighborhood because I'm like in the middle of everything. Like Harlem's uptown, the city's downtown. So when I'm on my roof, I feel like Batman low key because I be looking like I can see all the classes.
Right?
No, I can see the lower class, I can see the middle class, and I can see the rich. Like I see everything on my roof, and it's just so beautiful. So like that definitely had an influence on who I am today. So I'm like kind of diverse because my foot is like in everything.
That's fire. So like when you were coming up in the Upper East Side, the Lower East Side, what were you listening to as far as like music goes?
Everything, honestly. I listen to rock. I like the Beatles. I like Trippie Redd. I like Uzi.
Okay.
I like Juice WRLD. Like I don't know. My head is just going all over because just so many artists that influence me. It's not just one.
So right now, okay. So you listen to Trippie Redd and Juice WRLD coming up. What are you listening to now?
Not coming up. I was listening to them. I started getting to them when they started blowing up, and I started hearing their shit. They really inspired me because the way they channel their emotions through their music, I really wanted to do that. And it was like rage and anger, but it was controlled. And I could just really hear their voice. Like Trippie Redd, like he just be crying on music. Like
He does.
he be crying. I can hear it, bro. And I just like ah.
It's coming from that special place with Trippie, for real.
Y'all love Trippie.
Yeah, no, he's fire. He's dope.
But coming up, I don't know. I listen to everything really though. Like I really fuck with the Beatles because my music teacher, Mr. Pablo, in the 5th grade, he used to make us sing Beatles songs all the time. So like I really was heavy. Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Pablo, yo. Now we
Yeah,
have
where
Siri
are
here.
you? Yeah, Mr. Pablo. Like I gotta
Now-
get connected with him.
We got a whole artist because of you, you know? I wanted to ask you this, right? Siri, dope name. It also is the name, you know, my phone keeps going off every time I say your name.
Yeah, my phone is vibrating in my back pocket.
Was that your given name? Is that your birth name?
Yeah, that's my birth name.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, nah, Apple got to cut that check.
Right?
They got to cut that check.
Royalties, 5% at least.
You know what I'm saying? They got to cut that check because they're using your name right now.
Exactly. People be saying, hey, Siri, they don't even be talking to me. I be feeling like an outcast.
You turn your head like, what? Oh, hey, wait.
Not
oh,
even talking
who's
to
calling
me.
me? So tell me this, right? Because you're not only an artist, right? You're an athlete as well, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So I play multiple sports. One sport that I really love is wrestling. I played that throughout high school. So yeah, I was placing in tournaments. Like wrestling, that's my shit right there.
Really?
Yeah.
So like you could kick some ass right now if you wanted to.
No,
Up in
I'm
this-
peaceful. I'm not even gonna bring that energy. Like I got friends who do that for me.
Okay. That's fire. So like tell me, this is not your first interview, right? But coming up in the underground, is it tough, especially in New York?
Yes, then no, because like if you find your group, the people that you mix with, they're very supportive. But like honestly, everybody in New York is like talented, so you're not competing, but you're going against all these other artists and meeting all these creative people. So the way you want to like go about things just change because you just keep meeting people and you're getting inspired like constantly. So it's just hard to keep your head. Like for me, it's to keep all my thoughts in one place because I want to do that, because
Yeah.
it's just like
You see a bunch of people doing other projects, and of course, it looks
like
fun.
people,
You wanna
yeah, like
join
my
those
friends, I love their music. They inspire me. Like they were like, oh, I'm like, oh shit, that shit is fire. Like I like how they did that. And then I was like, yo, what's your inspo behind that and stuff like that. Learn a little about what they like and stuff. See how I can incorporate in my own version.
So how do you stay focused on yourself and your project and your plan?
I don't know. I'm really spontaneous. Like everything I do is just, it has to come out. If it's natural, it'll be there. If it's not, it's just not gonna work.
That's dope. So what advice would you give to any other artist that's coming up from the underground?
Do not give up. Keep trying different sounds because, you know, you most likely did not find your sound off that first track. Like, just keep exploring different music. Just open your mind. That's it, really.
Yo, that's fire. And with that said, we're about to get into this next video by Siri. It's called Drive By. Let them know where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Sire.Vert, but I'm about to change it to Machine Gun Siri. So if you don't find me on that, you know what I'm saying?
Well, now y'all know both of them. You know both
Yeah.
the handles, you know?
And don't steal that either, because that's OD. I did want that name.
Yo, it's Jonny Fastlane, Machine Gun Johnny. You know what I'm saying? And we here at Music Monday videos.
It's me, Mario. It's me, Mario.
And I could never waste time on a bitch. Why? You think you better than my other bitch? I really think you're just irrelevant. Can see through you like a glass door. See you at my last tour, but you didn't even get in. So I guess it was a detour. Sleep in the back of a U-Haul. When you so loose, you got nowhere. Pussy ain't free, take typical. Niggas out of the hoes, they be killing you. Get it how you get it, but me and my bitches ain't with it. Bitch, you got crazy ass head, I'ma split it. One headshot, look if you spit it. I can tell you like sucking dick, cause you be all on my dick. I mean, all on my clit. I mean, all on this clip. I'm gon' bust out this grip. Chopper gon' brrr, shirt say rip. Perico D1 bitch, I got a grip on my waist. So yeah, nigga, I'm hip, yeah. You gon' get hit with this stick, yeah. Pussy ain't boy about shit, yeah. Serving that body, I'm lit, yeah. Lord, you never waste time on it, bitch. Why? bitch on. Really think you're just irrelevant. And ooh, you get next to me, yeah. She up the ecstasy, yeah. And I'm drinking Hennessy, yeah. You're the one you been. These niggas be feeling. And I can never waste time on a bitch. Why? You think you better than my other bitch? And you see through like a glass door. Throughout my life, but you didn't even get it, bitch. Guess who I was in this time? Living back than you are. Who's this guy that was? Think I should have to be good. Oh, snitches and bitches, that drive by. Oh, snitches and bitches, drive by. Oh, snitches and bitches. Hello, this is Siri. Nice to meet you. Drive by on the snitches and
Game over.
We back. Yo, that was Drive by Siri. But right now, I'm sitting here with Samad Savage, right? I'm here with Samad Savage. And we have Music Monday videos. You already know what it is. How you doing, bro?
Life is good. Feeling extremely blessed. Just loving life right now.
Hell yeah, that's dope, man. So, you know, this is your first time up at Music Monday videos. We actually been trying to get you here for quite some time now, right? Thank you for coming out to Brooklyn, bro. Let's just take the story all the way back to the beginning, though. Where you from?
I'm from Montclair, New Jersey. Born and raised. Yeah.
Okay. How was it growing up in Jersey? And I'm not too familiar with that area. Is it like hood? Is it kind of?
It's not hood at all, really. I mean, there's like one street that some people say is the hood of that area, but nah. I'm about like 15 minutes away from Newark. That's the closest landmark, yeah.
All right. So how was it growing up in Jersey and kind of being close to Newark? Would you say that kind of influenced your music, your style?
Most definitely. I mean, I listened to just... It was really my family that influenced everything. Them always putting me on to different songs and whatnot, and then doing my further research, you know, like, for example, I don't even think my father knows this story. He had Onyx's, I think it might have been their first album, the one with boom 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 boom.
Yeah.
But I forgot the name of the track. Dang. But he had that. He had that on a tape, and he just left it somewhere, and I just found it in the house and put that in, and I knew that song word for word, and that's the reason I don't know the name. You know, back then it didn't used to come up on the screen and stuff.
It's a cassette tape.
Yeah. So
was that your first rap song that you learned word for word?
I would say it was probably something from DMX. I was a heavy DMX fan. 'Cause my grandfather.
R.I.P. DMX. Man.
Yes, of course. My grandfather used to listen to nothing but country and DMX. And one Eminem album.
Weird.
Yeah,
that's
right.
Like so all over the place. One Eminem album, country music, and then DMX.
Just mad DMX. There's a funny story that my mom told me after his passing, sadly. But she told me that when I was about 3 years old, I went to my godmother's house, and my godmother's brother's baby was there. And the first thing I said, I was in there in my, like, you know how clothes used to be super baggy back then. I was in my big ass Steelers jersey. And the first thing I said to the baby is, "Where my dogs at?" so like, yeah, I was just a major fan of X for sure.
The crazy ass little kid running around barking and thinking you're DMX.
Yes, that was me.
So tell me about your new song that you have out, man. I heard it got played on Hot 97 probably about 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah. Go to Work with me, Blaze, and Mac McCrae. That song is just doing a lot of numbers right now, and it's very dope because I wasn't sure how my fans were going to receive it. I'm usually on a more conscious tip, which if you really listen to the lyrics of the song, it's still me. It's still conscious, but
the vibe is
yeah. I just performed that song in a strip club about 2 weeks ago too.
Nice.
which I'm not a strip club guy. So
Right. I mean, you transcending genres right now, but the sound is for the strip club. The sound is for the radio.
Yeah.
And you can come, that's kind of what Kanye did in the beginning.
Yeah.
With Jesus Walks. He came with his message, but also, hey, you can still dance to this too.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Do you feel any pressure?
I'm not gonna lie. When you said that, I just imagined somebody crumping to Jesus Walks, and it was the funniest.
Hey, you
You're
know
like-
what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? The whole shit. You're like, your hat fucking fall off and shit, you know?
Right.
Do you feel any kind of pressure, though, to, I guess, maybe just fall in line with hip-hop itself or how the typical rapper raps?
Not pressure. I do whatever I like. So if there's something that's happening in rap that I like, I'm a rock with it. People don't really know what I listen to. A lot of times people are like, oh, you only listen to like, and this is not to discredit the artists that they say, but they'll be like, you only listen to Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole and Logic and Eminem, and these are great artists. I do listen to them on occasion, but I'm also like listening to, like, one of my favorite albums of all time is Young Jeezy's Recession. Well,
Yeah,
my
he
bad,
bodied
respectfully, Jeezy, because he changed his name.
Yeah.
That I'll be listening to. Y'all might not even know him, Tisa Korean.
Never heard of him, nah.
He do like the most off the wall style of rap that people probably would think I don't like, but it's just I'm with everything, you know. If it made me feel, because that's the problem. You don't really make people feel like that anymore.
Yeah.
If it makes me feel, then I'm with it.
So you're not one of those rappers that's saying like, nah, I'm not gonna listen to rap because I'm afraid that it might influence my sound. You welcome it. You listen to rap because you know your sound already.
Well, it's not even about knowing my own sound. I'm the kind of person where I'll try anything once. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if I hear something that I like, I'm going to try it and just add my own mix into it.
So what advice would you give to any rappers that are trying to come up, trying to find their own sound, trying to do this on their own? Because I mean, it's a tough game.
Stop stealing my flows. No, I'm joking.
Tell them.
What I would say is, if you're just starting out rapping, you don't know what to do, don't base your whole thing off of one rapper. Take like 5 rappers that you really rock with and try to think what would they sound like if they were all within one person. I did that. And my top 5, although it changes from time to time or it's interchangeable, my top 5 is Lupe Fiasco, Eminem, Common, Big Daddy Kane, and Big Pun.
Okay.
That's what I try to model my flow after. Not too much on any of those
bad.
people, you know?
Not bad. A very
Thank you.
lyrical top 5.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So with that being said, man, let's go ahead and get into your next video.
For sure.
Introduce it.
This is... I'm not gonna lie, I'm thinking about which video I want to play right now.
Which video? Let 'em know.
Screw it. This is Go to Work by me, Samad Savage, my homie Blaze the Rebel, Mac McCray, and produced by Rob Sand, because nobody really talk about the producers when we need to give them more
Rob
love.
Sand, shout out to him, and you
What's
already
up?
know it's Music Monday videos.
Good with it.
Hi, this is Gordon Bansley, and we are on the set of Smell's Kitchen. Today I'm here with 3 contestants, and we're going to see if their food is good.
My name is Samad Savage. I'm 25 years old, and I'm from Montclair, New Jersey. Now, a lot of people know me for cooking up in the studio, but today we're gonna be cooking it up in the kitchen. Good with it.
What's good? It's your boy Blaze the Rebel from Illtown, 25 years old, and if I'm just as good at flaming these rappers as I am on the grill, I know I'm gonna be good. That was good, right?
Yo, what's good? My name is Mac McCray.
Yo, what the are you wearing?
It's rich people sleep though.
You can't wear that on the set.
It's drip though. As I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, my name is Mac McCray. I'm 28 from West Orange. It's rich people sleep, and these niggas sleep on me in the kitchen. Let's get it.
Go to work, get moving, get to it. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Down bad, been through it, can't quit, go stupid. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Ain't no quitter, I could be anything but a broke nigga. Ain't no quitter, I could be anything but a broke nigga. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Go to work, get moving, get to it.
Born on the East Coast, Illtown MC going beast mode. Since I was a young boy, I was a hustler. I knew that I never would be broke. I was banging on my chest like King Kong. Now my name ring bells like. If I put it on wax, then you know it's straight facts. So I don't get to tell when I sing songs. I'm putting in work like labor. Now a nigga know it's worth no appraisal. My life is a movie, no cable. Kissing on your girl from a neck to a navel. I paid all my dues and my fees and costs, and I would do everything that I please and want. I don't care what you think, you can keep your thoughts. You wanna know what it feels like to be your boss? You gotta
Go to work, get moving, get to it. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Down bad, been through it, can't quit, go stupid. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Ain't no quitter, I could be anything but a broke nigga. Ain't no quitter, I could be anything but a broke nigga. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Go to work, get moving,
Man, they know I've been working, it's not a problem, dog. I got it, you wildin', bro. I've been out here making progress. The profit been double timing like the ramen. I'm tryna trade ramen in for Benihana. My dollars been super piling, I've been grinding. I'm high and I'm fly, but I am not a pilot. I'm whipping and working, baking up the pots and the haters. They say they wishing I could stop, but I'm not. So you niggas get dead that quick. I'm really only here for the bread, that's it. I've been changing pockets, lanes can't stop it. Hate a jockey, but they never gon' catch that. I started a breast, so I flex that. Rich people sleeping, I rep that. And a lot of you niggas been sending DMs, but if I don't see M's, then I don't check that. And I
go to work, get moving, get to it. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Down bad, been through it, can't quit, go stupid. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Ain't no quitter, I could be anything but a broke nigga. Ain't no quitter, I could be anything but a broke nigga. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Go to work, get moving,
break it down. Put on for my family in my town. I've been up like I ain't see the ground. Go to work, go to work, go to work. Yeah.
I've been working, not talking, functioning for Birkin. I'm rummaging to come up again. The burden of struggling ain't no fun in it. For certain, the suffering stays a number. When I murder the stubbornness, thought I'm up against, I'll turn into something that can't no one prevent the verdict to suck it. Just earn the competence, the purpose. He's out of his to his providence. Some modest just different. No consideration for the niggas hating, hoping the commotion in the fading. Bro, I'm innovating, throw the biggest sodas in the basin. Pro articulating quotes, and I'm like, yo, with the statement. So I get out of bed to tell your dad or with the regrets. Cause this how a legend get piles of bread can sit down upset and hurt. Only way to fix what's broken. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Down bad, been through it, can't quit, go stupid. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Ain't no quitter, I could be anything but a broke nigga. Ain't no quitter, I could be anything but a broke nigga. Go to work, get moving, get to it. Go to work, get moving, get to it.
Hi, my name is Gordon Bensley. Here we are today at Smells Kitchen, and we are now trying our contestants' finalized dishes. First up, Mr. Mac McCray. Here we have a top ramen oodle and noodle special with oregano. No comment on that. Matt McCray, I give that an 8. Pretty delicious.
My mama told me how to make those noodles, so I know I'm okay at the end of the day. I'm a winner.
Next up, a bacon, egg, and cheese. Oh, I mean, if you look at it, it's already burnt, but we're gonna keep it moving, okay? Let's give this a shot right here. Oh my God.
I don't know what Chef was talking about. Honestly, I don't even do none of this corporate anyway. Listen, man, I know my bacon and cheese rocking. You feel me? If you ain't feeling it, it's your problem. I'm done with this, bro.
Finally, the one and only Samad Savage. Now, this dish is a peanut butter and jelly dish. It's beautiful. I'm gonna test it and give it a try, okay? Great decor. I don't know what this is, but we're gonna put that right there. All right, let's see. Hey, peanut butter!
Get his EpiPen!
I don't know what you want me to say. It's peanut butter jelly sandwich. Peanut butter, man.
What's his name? Sama the Savage? This nigga is fire, bruh.
Yeah. You already know what it is. We back with Music Monday videos. It's your boy Jonny Fastlane. That was Samad Savage right there with his latest video. And right now, I'm joined by Keishoi. How you feeling?
I'm doing great. Johnny, what's up? What's good?
I'm good. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? We relaxing right now. We in Brooklyn. We have Music Monday videos. We got another Planet Studios right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling the vibe. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I'm loving it too. You know, I'm real happy right now. You know, content.
So, Keishoi, she is a marketing genius. She's worked with a bunch of artists. She's an artist herself. She's interviewed a bunch of people. She has her own platform. She's a journalist, a media personality, everything, right? Yes. So, I mean, we're going to get into all of that. But first, you know, let's take it back in the time, you know? Where you from?
Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn.
Okay,
you know?
what part?
Originally from 90s Brooklyn and Brownsville, so you could say both.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was it growing up in Brooklyn, and did that kind of influence you and like what you wanted to do?
Yeah, you know, well, my family's from Jamaica, so both my parents is from there, and I was born in Brooklyn. So I grew up in 96 in Church Avenue. So, you know, that whole area was like West Indians. Everybody there was mostly
Jamaicans and Haitians.
Yeah, you know, from the Caribbean pretty much. So my first 10, 11 years of life was in that kind of atmosphere. Everybody I was around was like Jamaican, pretty much Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
I went to my 11 junior high school, and mostly everybody there, parents was from the Caribbean. So I mean, yeah, and then my dad was a big time selector back in the day, back in the 80s. Yeah, he had his own sound, third world hi-fi sound. So, you know, that have a lot of influence on me because my parents were heavily into music. So yeah, that was my exposure as a child coming into the world or whatever. Yeah.
So, you know, the music that you were listening to growing up, I'm guessing that influenced you as far as your artistry, right?
Yeah. As a kid, my mom, she threw me into like a lot of lessons, being like singing, music, piano, exposed to all these different type of lessons. Plus, like I said, my father was a selector. So, you know, I grew up, my parents was always playing music in the house, booming down the speakers, always going to parties. My dad had me at like a lot of parties with him, so I was always in that environment. So, yeah, it influenced me to get into entertainment because that's what I was always around.
I mean, that's dope, you know? And the way that I kind of know you, actually, the way I first started hearing about you was through interviewing other artists, you know, actually your journalist lane, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want to ask you a little bit about that. Did you go to school for journalism? Is it just a natural kind of knack that you have for it? Because I'm interviewing you right now.
Yeah.
But it's usually not like that. It's usually the other way around.
Yeah, I'm usually the one that's interviewing artists. You know what I'm saying? I've done a lot of interviews. I've executive produced a lot of shows. I used to be on BCAT, Public Access TV, and my own TV show also on Roku Cable right now. I got going on the MJ Own Network. Shout out to Mariah in Atlanta for MJ Own Network for that. She plugged me in onto Roku Cable, so you know. But it was kind of natural. Like back in let me see, 2000 and something. I started out like being a host, interviewing people on somebody else's show.
Mm-hmm.
They was the executive producer and whatever. But then it turned out it's like I ended up being a co-producer in the show because I was the one providing all the content, connecting. I'm the one who had all the links to the artists and people like that.
You were bringing the value to that platform.
Yeah, so it coming like I was one equal executive producer in my eyes because I was doing just as much. I was sitting down with the editing, like telling him like, nah, stop right there, do this, you know, and I was bringing every single interview that I've ever done. I'm the one that connected it or had the links to it. So I'm like, I might as well do my own thing.
Yeah.
After a while, I started like, I interviewed for different people platform and like, you know, bigging up their stuff. And I've done that for a lot of years, many different shows. And so eventually I just wanted my own because, you know, it just made sense.
I mean, so it's clear that you have a natural knack for these type of things, you know.
Yeah.
As far as being in front of the camera and then also being behind the camera, kind of letting artists know how they can tighten up a little bit. You know, where are the holes? How can you fix it? You know.
Yeah.
How did that come to you? Like, how are you able to just do that?
Well, I think my marketing skill, I think that's like a natural gift. I mean, like, all right, I used to intern at Bad Boy Labels back in the day.
Okay.
All right, because I was always in the entertainment from a child coming up, right? So by the time I hit high school, I went to professional performing arts high school. A lot of people, Alicia Keys went there. A lot of people, that's in Manhattan. And then from there, it started because I started interning. I put myself in environments where, you know, the professionals and like Diddy was there every day. I walk into the office, I see Diddy, Black Rob, you know, big up Black Rob, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, Black Rob.
Yeah, he became a friend of mine. Rest in peace to Britt Style too, cause from Junior Mafia. That was that was another friend of mine. We became friends from Bad Boy, and then eventually when I got to college, I ended up interning again for Atlantic Records because I wasn't sure. Okay, I always wanted to be an artist, like a musician at first. Everybody wanted to be a singer. Like back in the day, I wanted to do R&B singing. That's what I went to school for. But then I wanted to know more about the business behind the scenes and like the production, because they said the real money's in the production. And I wanted to learn the industry. So I wasn't sure exactly if I wanted to be in front of the camera or behind it. I wasn't sure. So that's why I ended up interning at Bad Boy and interning at Atlantic Records. And I got offered a job at Motown. It was a lot of stuff, you know? So I guess that was like my base. And watching, I learned a lot behind the scenes watching these people. You know, I was working on the Carl Thomas project, stuff like that. So I got my experience from that, and I took that and ran with it into my own brand.
So when you were an artist, did you have a manager or anything like that, or was it just you doing your own thing independently? And my next question is, did that influence you or push you into kind of wanting to know about behind the scenes, because you as the artist didn't have that person to kind of guide you?
Well, I did have like two people when I was back in the day younger and stuff like that trying to be an artist. There was two different guys that I can remember that, okay, one time I was in a group with these two girls, but that's way back, but that's in high school days. We was trying to come out as a group. There was this guy representing us, and then that dissolved. And then when I became a solo artist, I had another guy trying to represent me at the time too. But I realized it felt like, honestly, I felt like, yo, I don't even need these people because it felt like I know more than them. Or it seemed like I was like kind of telling, I don't know. It didn't really seem like they really, I mean, no disrespect still, but it just seemed like they didn't really have all the skills like that to really bring me to that next level, because I knew I had more connects. I don't know. It just didn't make sense. So
naturally for you, it was like, man, I mean, you didn't need a team. It was just you. You could stand on your own 2 feet, which brings me to the whole Gully Bop situation, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
when
let's fast forward.
You took them down to thisis50.com.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, well, you know, over time I developed a lot of links and stuff like that, and I'm in both industries. I'm in the dance hall world, and I'm in the hip hop industry. I'm in both industries because, you know, by nature my family Jamaican, and that just I'm in both worlds. So over time I develop a lot of links and get to know a lot of people. So shout out to Hollywood Kev from G Unit, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much Gully Bop, he's a big time reggae artist. If you don't know who's Gully Bop, you could research Gully Bop in the dance hall / reggae world in Jamaica. He in Jamaica right now. And he was up here, he was in New York doing some promo, and I was running around at the time doing interviews for a TV show I was working called Carib Spotlight TV. Big up Damien from New Jersey. And Rapid Killer. Shout out to Rapid from Jersey, you know what I'm saying? He plugged me with that. But anyway, so I met Gully Bop at an event, and then I came to find out, I spoke to him, and then come to find out we was kind of connected through family. I didn't even know, because his nephew is my cousin.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I didn't even know, because when Gully Bop, I was talking to him off camera, and I was like, yo, my uncle in Jamaica, my uncle Beanie in Kingston or whatever, and he knew my whole family, my grandmother, everybody, and he was like, yo, I didn't even know that his sister had a child from my uncle, which is my cousin, but I don't know that cousin like that.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with him like that.
Yeah.
So I was shocked. Like, and I called up my family to verify, like, yo, is this true? And they was like, oh, yeah. I said, what you mean? Oh, yeah. They was like, oh, yeah. So
when you brought Gully Bop up
Right.
to G Unit, he was offered a deal or something?
yeah, so what happened was Gully Bob, he really wanted to meet 50 Cent. He kept on, like, the whole time. Like, I was around and we exchanged number, stuff like that. And then we started keeping in contact, communicating, right? And then so he was out here doing whatever music thing, and I told him, like, yo, I got links and stuff like that. And then he kept on talking about 50, how he want to meet 50 Cent. So, I mean, I happen to know Hollywood Kev from G Unit, which is one of 50 Cent right-hand man. You know what I'm saying? That's one of his people from his team. So I called him up like, yo, you know, I got this Jamaican artist up here named Gully Bop, and I explained to him who Gully Bop was, and I told him, like, yo, he really, really, really want to meet 50. Is there anything you could do? Like, I never told this story. This is my first time still. But no, I didn't never get into the detail like this. But so he pretty much he said, yo, I can't make you no promises or nothing like that. But then he hit me back up. He was like, yo, how you feel about doing an interview at This Is 50? I was like, hell yeah. Like, you don't gotta ask me twice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
for
yeah,
real.
we definitely gonna be there. So then I brought Gully Bop to This Is 50. Matter of fact, we was in the G Unit office, and he did the interview at This Is 50 label. He did the radio interview. I don't know what happened to it. I never seen it, but he did it with, I think, DJ Thorough.
Okay.
I believe it was DJ Thorough, if I'm not mistaken. So after the interview was done, 50 happened to be there. He was in his office, and then so Kevin called him over. He was like, yo, 50, I want you to meet somebody. I want you to meet some people or whatever. And then he wasn't even like, we just happened to meet him because he was there. So we was in the office or whatever.
Did 50 offer him a deal?
All right. He was offered a deal, not personally through 50, because this is what happened. 50 didn't know who he was at first, because Kevin was like, yo, this is Keishoi, and this is Gully Bop. But they was introducing me as his manager, right? They were on camera and in the media and all that. They was introducing me as his manager. I was like, yo, I ain't his manager. I'm just like, plugging him in. But then somebody behind the scenes told me, like, nah, you just go with it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, man, but I'm trying to get put on. I'm an artist by damn. So they was like, yo, you the manager right now. I'm like, oh my God. So anyway, they introduced 50, met him, and what happened was he pulled up his performances on his cell phone to show 50 like who he was, like he showed him a few performances that he's done with like mad people performing, over 50,000 people on a stage show. He was showing him different stage show performances, so 50
was
know.
like impressed and stuff?
Yeah, because 50 was like, Gully Bop, like who? He didn't know who he was.
So then why did Gully Bop end up like turning down?
No, so what happened was 50 Cent saw the stage shows and saw like real briefly, because he didn't have time for all that. So he was just looking like, oh, okay. So then he was like, oh, he gave the nod like, oh, okay, like now, oh, you somebody now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then after 50 Cent, he just took a picture. Shout out to 50. Anyway, big up yourself. Big up This Is 50. Everybody up there, whoever gonna see this. Kevin, yo, I might need you for a next favor still, so I hope you hold me down. But anyway, yeah, I mean, he didn't really say much. He walked away. After he walked away, they introduced us to D-Tech. Shout out to D-Tech. D-Tech from Convict Records and some other people. So they introduced us to D-Tech and some other people. And then pretty much like okay, off camera, I was explaining who, okay, I got to make this quick, y'all. But okay, so I was explaining who Gully Bop was and trying to tell them, like I was telling them about him more, because they couldn't really understand his accent, because they said his accent is too strong. So I was like a translator, translating the Jamaican and the English back and forth. So I told them, I was telling them who he was and stuff, and then they took an interest in him to want to work with him, like, yo, like,
so
what's up? And
why did he end up he just turned it down?
Yo, honestly, man, yo, Gully Bop, I think Gully, honestly, Gully Bop, if you ever see this, I wish you would have took that deal when we was up at This Is 50 and they was talking to you, because
Yeah, I mean, like Gully Bop, you should have took the deal.
the deal was really was mentioned by D-Tech and some of the This Is 50 staff, the G-Unit staff. They was gonna put something together for him, make him do some collabs with hip hop artists and stuff like that, but he turned it down.
So, all right. So we're going to wrap it up, right? That's the end of the interview right now. We're about to get into this next video.
Right.
And definitely, Keishoi, let them know where they can find you and everything.
Yo, you can find me, artists, you need promotions, Keishoi Entertainment, right here. KSHOY Entertainment, Instagram me. You know
On
what I'm saying?
Instagram,
Yo, big up
YouTube,
everybody.
everything.
Big up I Am Rolling Ray. Okay, per.
You already know what it is. Jonny Fastlane, MusicMondayVideos.com.
Yeah, Jonny Fastlane, big up yourself. Straight.
Yeah, we don't want to do anything to scare your children. That's the last thing we want to do. We don't want to.
Where's the money?
Hey, yo, pretty. I be really talking that bag talk. This big B's, them hat boys. I be really talking that rag talk. On gang. That Gucci clutch, more change. That big bag, fair Wayne. This Glock wrapped in barrel main. Good grip. This a lottery, quick pick. Don't fuck around and get clipped. Like a bitch I'm trying to go get. No cap. And this lifestyle, I stay strapped. If not, get hit, be it back. Get knocked like fuck it, I did that. Now I ain't no snitch. But I ain't lying on this dick. Palm print on that ass. Index on that click. That's my strap. I misspent the block and came back. Then I hopped out, did a walk up just to ensure the head tap.
It's about time we get to that bag.
It's about time we get to that bag, pretty.
It's about time we get to that bag.
It's about time we get to that bag, pretty.
When it's coming to this money, I don't find shit funny, cause I'm about to rack it up like a real boss. I be focused on the bag, no brakes or gas. If you need it, it's nothing for me to peel off. I've been on it for a while, you just seeing pretty now. Move quick, if not, fuck it, it's your loss. I've been playing in the field, on gang, on hills, on scene, so anything can get clipped off. Yeah, big grits, you will get left by a pretty bitch. Drop a nigga real fast, putting bodies on the grass, not a pretty little thing you wanna deal with. I was going for a minute, now I'm back full-fledged, all force, and really ready to rip shit. And I'm really gonna take my shots, stay loaded with bars, I shoot nigga, I don't miss. Yeah, big chips, pretty gang flying out, taking big trips. Then they fly us all back, cause my pretties really got it like that. Try it pretty at your own risk. You just gotta serve it up like a deep dish. Gotta spread layer sauce, please cheese just. Gotta have a big brain, have a pretty force change, cause we looking for niggas that we can build with. It's about time we get to that bag.
It's about time we get to that bag, pretty.
It's about time we get to that bag.
It's about time we get to that bag, pretty.
Y'all already know what it is, B. Get with it or get lost. Big chips, whips, and big balls. It's pretty. Rah.
Yeah. We back. It's your boy Jonny Fastlane here with Music Monday Videos, and I'm here with none other than Butter. How you doing, Butter?
I'm pretty good, Johnny. How you feel?
I'm good. I'm chilling right now. How are you?
I feel really excellent to be here on Music Monday Videos.
Hell yeah. So just so y'all know, Butter is an award-winning radio host. She's a media personality. She's a journalist. Pretty much Butter does it all, right? So I mean, like, we're just gonna take it back, right? You have your own show that you do, right, on DTF Radio.
I do. I have a show. It's called Butter's Basics Show.
Nice. And it's Butter's Basic Show, but it also has a couple of AKAs too. So it's anger management for the diaspora, right?
For sure.
Explain that. What does that mean?
Well, first and foremost, Butter's Basic Show has been the platform for the unknown to get known for quite a few years now. Started off in Jersey at Gyroscope Radio, pushed forward through by means of Brick Arts Media House in Brooklyn, New York, and now should I keep going? I'm sorry. And then now I'm at DTF Radio as the manager, as well as my own show brand, producing other people's content as well as part of the game. But being a platform for the unknown to get known led me to being anger management for the diaspora because I saw that there was a need in the culture that lacked perspective. And since I am an anger management specialist in general in my life, and I've graduated over 4,000 men from my curriculum program,
That's dope.
It's something that I felt hip hop needed.
So it's like you're taking your educate, because you're an educator.
Yes.
You know, you're taking your educator brain and you're mixing it with the hip hop brain, and you're bringing hip hop sort of like a self-reflection or education of itself, right? Or?
For sure, because great teachers that I have learned from, such as Queen Latifah, KRS-One, provided edutainment. Big Daddy Kane.
Edutainment.
Yeah, they set the precedence for me to be someone that is conscious about how the culture is put in perspective around the world. So I'm one of those people that are interested in seeing hip-hop be looked at as not just a boom bap, not just the drum beat, not just the drill sound, not just the twerking ass, but collectively something that is admonished throughout time. So it's a timeless thing, and we've got to preserve it best ways possible by utilizing the elements, but not just letting artists and musicians be artists and musicians, but be purveyors and keepers of the culture with their craft. So I'm interested in that.
So what made you want to just get into media in the first place, one? And because you're interested in it in the certain way that you're doing it, what made you want to take that approach and not just be regular like everybody else?
Well, you know, I grew up in the West Indies, and everyone that knows me knows I have a particular rule in regards to me and the word nigga.
Talk about it.
And that's anybody that knows me knows how I feel about nigger. Like, I don't live in the kingdom of niggerdom. I don't build castles there. I don't, you know, I'm not in the left or the right wing of it. I'm very centered about it. And the time frame that I grew up in, my grandmother and my great-grandmother were alive. So I was able to live with history and experience history. And this culture of calypso, soca, and rapso led me to hip-hop in America when I came here to be a part of this culture. One of the things I loved about it was community. And so what I knew about community was that there should be love, respect, and also generations should look after generations. That's what I got. And so what I saw generationally was never love in the nigga. So everybody could talk, find camaraderie in it however they want to, but for me it's like I look for the niggas.
The black king.
Yeah, and the queen. And so for me it's like a whole nother mental plane in regards to it.
So that brings me to something that you do, because you have a few different series that you do, right? One of them is the Conscious Conversation series that you do that I had the pleasure of actually being a part of, like maybe a week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was dope to have you. So when I started doing stage performances for artists, thank goodness there were Black-owned businesses as well as other people's businesses that allowed me into their spaces here in New York City, that trusted me to bring hip-hop to their venues in a safe way. Shout outs to the 5 Spot, Karma Lounge, Brooklyn
Hotel.
Nights, the RL Hotel. A lot of places that trusted me with my brand to bring hip-hop there safely. What made me want to do it was that when I did my radio show, I wanted for an artist to not just come talk the talk and sit in a seat and think that just because you make music that everybody should love you. I wanted you to show me why they should love you.
You got to walk the walk too.
Yeah, so you had to walk the walk. I wanted to see you on stage, and the first thing I did was call the Show to Stage series, and that was on a Monday when my show came on before Jack Thriller. Shout outs to him. He showed me a lot too in this industry as well. So you come, you interview, and then we go straight from the show straight to the stage. And that Show to Stage series
That's dope.
had me, you know, developing more concepts for where I would place hip hop, how I would place hip hop, and make the culture thrive with artists of my hand-picked selection to be able to do their thing. And I've highlighted many artists, grown with many artists. I even saw Fresher this week, and he was one of the artists too that I've grown with in a sense, and to see him, pinnacle.
And where he's at now is pretty dope.
Yeah, so many artists that I feel like.
So other than the artist though, and other than the performances that you have at these type of events, before the performances, you actually have a real conversation, right? Sure. And I was involved in one where we spoke about violence in hip hop. Definitely. We spoke about the youth in hip hop, maybe emulating what they see on TV and the videos and stuff like that. How often do you do these conscious conversations, and do you tackle a different subject every time?
Well, what I do is put together a variety show. And the purpose of the variety show was to be able to give an audience to all of my brands. So my brand for comedy, Bout to Blow comedy series. My brand for artist performances, which is Butter's Basement. And also now a place for my brand of Butter's Basics, where the conversation has to be had for a hip-hop conscious collective. That was my goal. And putting different people in the diaspora of hip-hop to sit with each other. Muslim.
Christians, yeah.
Educators.
Yeah.
Hosts.
We had a Jehovah's Witness up in there.
Yo,
you know?
Everybody that has been culturally influenced by hip-hop can sit on the panel and have a conversation, and I'll guide it from behind the camera because I love to work with the camera. I guide the conversation, but it's free-flowing, and all I do is inject bits and pieces of topic and let them flow with it. And then by the time that audience gathers, guess what? It's time for comedy, and so we're building on a family.
So you have a lot of comedians, a lot of actors, a lot of artists, rappers and singers at your fingertips. Have you ever considered getting into like management? Hey, I'm gonna take this artist or comedian under my wing, and let's just go forth together.
Well, with artists, I find that just like with comedians as well too. Everybody says that they'd like to have management, but when it comes down to you actually providing that service, not everybody has the funds to be able to do it. And aside from that, the things that they do have funds for perplexes me at times, because it's like, if I had a budget to be able to do this for you, would you pay for it? Or like, what did you think management was for? And then other times when I have tried to manage an artist, they supersede any influence that I'm supposed to have because they spend how they want to spend and don't pay me. So I don't really have time for...
You ain't trying to deal with all of that.
No, I mean, I would love to deal with it if I had a parent company that paid me to manage an artist.
Gotcha.
I'm not going to wait for an artist to pay me. That doesn't make sense.
So recently, we were all at an award show a few months ago now, and it was thrown by Tuesday. It was a Tuesday event, a Lizzie Chan event. We all won awards. I won an award. You're an award winner, right? Damien, Music Monday Videos, Big Veg, Alonzo, we all won awards. How does it feel to be acknowledged by your peers and the people that you're like right here with? You know,
it feels good to have homage paid and flowers given while we're still here in the presence of each other's greatness, because the people that persevere through this thing called indie hip-hop are people that genuinely care about its repertoire and would like to be a part of its repertoire and its growth. So when you hear a name like Jonny Fastlane or Miss Butter's Basics or Miss Tuesday's Entertainment or Miss Kim PR, or I could name so many.
Yeah. Shout out to Kim PR. She's out there grinding too. And you guys are partners, right?
Yeah, I'm partners with several different people. Kim PR, Sivan Benny.
Shout out to Sivan. Yeah, she's funny too.
and it's like, for me, what I want people to understand is, I've not been in partnership. I've been team building for many years. So the hashtag Team Butter's Basics is very important to me, because anyone at any time can find themselves under the umbrella of the brand of Team Butter's Basics, they should be able to call on Butter. I should be able to call on them.
Facts.
And we are a humongous network in the indie scene, and you can see that from start to finish when you check out the hashtag. And I always let people know, there's several hashtags you can find all of my body of work. Butter is always in the mix. Team Butter's Basics. And most new to it, you know, About to Blow comedy series. And last but not least, Mona Butter Simmons, because it's always
Okay.
Like it's always popcorn butter, as my boy
Popcorn butter.
Say yeah, he says I'm the movie time butter. It's the showtime when you link with me. It's movie butter, popcorn butter.
So before we get out of here, I just want to know, like, where does Butter want to see the culture go?
Well, I mean, honestly, I want to see the culture expand and also pay people that are deserving of seeing their wealth develop, not just in human capital, but also in financial capital. I think it's really important for us to not make the mistakes of our predecessors who in hip-hop didn't find themselves with a sitcom, didn't find themselves with a legacy like LL Cool J. Those people that, were pioneers previous to them.
Yeah.
That didn't, that some of them died broke.
Yeah, the culture didn't support them.
Call names or anything.
Yeah, we don't want to come at you.
We saw examples of people that passed away, deathbeds, and it just looked like,
and that's no shade on the artist.
Not at all.
That's shade on the culture, on us. Like, I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed because we should have held that person down.
How would we be able to hold that person down? Because, people have to take accountability. We don't know what that person was doing. If you didn't stay involved in the culture, it makes it hard for people to stay involved with you and your liberty. So that's why when I look at people like Lisa Evers, Dr. Dre and Ed Lover, I've interviewed Dr. Dre before, and he, shout out to my girl Heidi Z that brought him up to the station at DTF, and I got to actually touch that history in my space, and have him in my graces, and I'm around and moving around different people that I put on pedestals, and it's like, I don't want to just stop where I think that their pedestal lifted them. I want to be at the top of everything, so that way I can be able to put people in position to never have a broke day ever in this culture.
That's a fact.
So that's how I live, in my own head. When I put these events together, when I put my footage and I put my whole vision together out there like that, it's going to be supernatural. And that's the key to my success.
Hell yeah. So, Butter, let them know where they can find you at.
Oh, you can find me several places. You can find me managing DTF Radio. You can find me producing About to Blow comedy series. You can find that on the gram. You can find me on Sundays. I'm internationally local. You can find me on the web at the Butter's Basic Show on YouTube. And you can follow me on the gram at Gazebo, GAZZEBO 11210, and that's 2 Z's so you don't sleep.
Yeah.
11210, because I'm a Brooklyn girl all day, every day. You could check the zip code, figure it out.
You already know what it is, and it's your boy Jonny Fastlane with Music Monday Videos, and we out. Peace.
With the drum, what he waving to the shorty, they been hating, hoping that I trip on my own feet. But I came for the lifelongs, they wanna know where I'm from. Bushwick, wicked with the drum, what he waving to the shorty, they been hating, hoping that I trip on my own feet. I came for the life. Zombies blending with the bosses. I pray day and night. I had to get up by myself after the losses. I'm hoping for their own sake. They don't cross us. I keep the knee in the burner where my cross is. Amen. My style was sick, the saw you flip, had them nauseous. Impact was felt, forced him to take the caution. Nigga pocket with the Lambo, shoot up the Ave like I'm Rambo. Give him louder smoke. Had them wishing my mom's had an abortion. They say X you humble, but I see you carry lion teeth in the jungle. Revelations 2020, clarity to execution. They want the power, they supposed to be rolling up powder. They mad you don't sound like the same old song. Someone loaded in that rusty revolver. Riots came, they ran, they was cowards. I was working overtime and I saw you snakes in the garden, stomach the flowers. With batteries, their hands changed the hours. For a bag, they moving sour. Pick up the score for so much more. From that 111 bench, gorilla grip on the wrench. That clip kill him, I reload and do it again. The clip kill him, reload and do it again. Collapse lungs, they wanna know where I'm from. Bushwick, wicked with the drum. What he waving since the shorty, they been hating. Hoping that I trip on my own feet. But I came for the collapse lungs. They wanna know where I'm from. Bushwick, wicked with the drum. What he waving since the shorty, they been hating. Hoping that I trip on my own feet. I came for the vibes. Reloaded again. I came to kill the trends. Wave jumpers, they follow but they don't blend. Revolver dirty, dragging my shovel through the soil. You that nigga pocket noise 30. I told my mama, don't you worry. My enemies are looking to get buried. My flow chopped them up, left them in an 8-pack body smelly. They say they love you with that piss handshake. Broken plates, we gave them food for thought. Razor blade to their tongue, make them change their face. The pain came epileptic. Collapse lungs, they wanna know where I'm from. Bushwick, wicked with the drum. What he waving since the shorty, they been hating. Hoping that I trip on my own feet. But I came for the collapse lungs. They wanna know where I'm from. Bushwick, wicked with the drum. What he waving since the shorty, they been hating. Hoping that I trip on my own feet. I came for the vibes.
Let independent artists shine. Shine the light on the underground. Music Monday videos. Make it one day, here we go. Some make it featured on the show. Sign up and get on your grizzly, yo. You might have seen them on the road with the camera and the microphone. Shine the light on independent artists. Yeah, they gon' hate, we gon' get it regardless. Riding the hardest to get to the bag. Wanting that Instagram crash. Growing that old dirty bags. Shimmy, yeah. Give me more. Music Monday video. Music Monday videos. One exposure, there it go. Wanna get it, there it go. Wanna make it, here it go. Music Monday videos. Wanna get it, there it go. One exposure, there it go. Wanna make it, here it go. There it go. Music Monday, there it go. Music Monday, there it go. Music Monday, there it go. Music Monday videos. Wanna make it, there it go. Wanna get it, here it go. One exposure, there it go. Videos. Music Monday videos. Give me more. One exposure, there it go.